everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and if this is your first time to my channel, then welcome. Today's video is going to be a very exciting video. It is basically my highlighter collection. All of the highlighters that I own. We're going to be swatching them today. I'm going to be telling you which one are my favorites, which ones I don't pick up as often, but like what I use them for. You can see that my cheek today, she's beaming. What can I say? I've got at least two highlighters on my face at any given moment. I feel like I've been building up to make this video for a while, so the fact that I have all of them culminated in the corner down here is just meaning that it is time. If you guys like to see me swatch a bunch of highlighters and talk to you all about them, then keep on watching. I've broken it down to singles, single powder highlight, liquid and cream, and palettes. So let me start with the palettes. The first palette that I have is the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic palette. It comes with 4 shades. They're all basically a white based highlight that has pigment suspended as like a duochrome. So we have, let me see if I can recall here. I've got blue sapphire, green's the emerald, purple is the amethyst, and then pink is the opal. In the effort to save time for the palettes, I'm just gonna swatch my favorite one on my arm. The one that I get definitely the most mileage out of is I think the amethyst actually. So the amethyst is just absolutely stunning. It has a really beautiful warm purple tone to it almost. I feel as though it doesn't have like too much of that cool tone or too much of that warm tone. It's just that really true purple, and it is gorgeous with like really smoky purple eyes that I'll do. Instead of having like a really bright gold or silver highlight, I actually get this like really smooth transition into a glow because I'm using a color in the same family. So this is a really helpful palette to have if you're an artist. If you're a makeup artist, this is a great piece to have in your kit. If you are just a makeup lover, then honestly, it's still a great piece to have in your kit. The next palette I'm going to show you is very similar to the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and this is the ANASTASIA Moonchild Glow Kit. Many of you have heard of this palette, I am almost positive. So these are the colors right here. We have Blue Ice, which is a silver with a blue reflect. Then we have Star, which is more of a silver with a silver kind of kick to it. Purple Horseshoe, which is more of a true purple that has a bluer reflect to it. Blue Moon, which is a purple with like a silver reflect. Lucky Clover, which is a silver with a green reflect. And Pink Opal, which I would say is like a pinky silver that definitely has more of like a really strong pink sheen to it. The one that I use out of this palette the most is actually Pink Heart. I think it's really stunning on fair skin, but I think it's also stunning on darker skin. I love pinks and corals, like sheen and glow on darker skin. And I've been wanting to like experiment and play around more with doing pink highlight, and Pink Heart is definitely an amazing color for that. And the last highlight palette that I have is also an ANASTASIA one, but this is the Sundipped Glow Kit, and forgive mine for looking so battered, please. Like, there's powder coming out of it as I open it. It got smashed in the mail and I didn't have the heart. I repressed it so many times. This is more of your like standard glow kit. This isn't like any crazy colors. This is for the makeup lover, the at-home consumer. This is for you. So we have Bronzed, which is just a beautiful shimmering bronze. Summer, which is more of that gold champagne highlight, the one that I use for my pale skin personally. Moonstone here, which is a pinky kind of shell color. And then Tourmaline, which is almost like a frosted like golden plum. It's stunning. That's the best way I can describe it. I am going to swatch Summer for you today because this is the one that makes it onto my cheeks the absolute most. And this is actually a highlighting palette that I keep in my professional makeup kit because it suits every skin tone. I know that this is going to make the person that I'm making up glow to the gods. So I'm going to move into my cream and liquid highlighters. The first is my Glossier Haloscope, and this is in the color Moonstone. As I previously mentioned, I had the color Quartz. I gave that to my mom. She'd been dying to try Glossier products, and so I had to just give her my other one, and yeah, I hope she's getting along well with it. Anyway, gorgeous color. They come in 3 colors. The Quartz is more of a like rosy gold, but a lighter rosy gold, so I think appropriate for most skin tones. Moonstone is definitely quite a bit lighter and white with like an opalescence to it. Beautiful on my pale skin. I would be afraid to put this on someone a little dark. Like, honestly, I wouldn't recommend this for someone terribly darker than myself because it might look a little bit ashy, which is why Quartz is a little bit more universal. And then there's a third shade. There's a bronze shade. I can't think of the name of it. I'll put the name down here because it's just evading me, but that color is absolutely gorgeous. That would be my recommendation for anyone darker. I love the formula of these. They're creamy, they're really emollient. I like either working them with my fingers into my cheeks or with a beauty blender, you know, whatever you're most comfortable with cream products. That's what I would go in with. You could use a brush as well. I just find that fingers or a beauty blender looks the most natural, but it also gives you that lit from within. Next up, I have the Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick, and this is a very similar product. It is a cream stick. It's got less of an opalescence to it than Moonstone does by Glossier, and it has more of a gold to it. This is definitely a little bit brighter, a little bit more of like a beam on your cheek, but it is gorgeous. If I would say that the difference between these two, I would wear the Glossier Haloscope on its own for a really natural, dewy, you know, lit from within look. The Spotlight Glow Stick, while you could do the exact same thing with it, I think its best use is layering. So I put this with my fingers or a beauty blender on the top of my cheek, and then I set it with a powder highlight, which is extra. It's very, very extra. I don't know if you guys can see my glow today, like, or every day. Like, I am a very extra person when it comes to glowing. I never used to, my skin always used to be matte. I never used to highlight. And then once I did, I just couldn't put it down. So possibly for you, if you like doing the most, but also can function the same way as the Haloscope does. Now onto the liquid illuminators. This is the NYX Born to Glow liquid illuminator, and this is in the color Sunbeam. This is a pink illuminator, so I'm careful when I use this because I don't want it to give my skin too much of a color. This is a little trickier for me to wear on its own, just on top of naked skin. I do like wearing this on top of foundation and setting it with a powder like I just discussed. It's just a little too pink, so you kind of have to knock it back with like a gold or a more silvery highlight, but it offers such a beautiful sheen. It's a drugstore product, so you can ball on a budget. You can literally shine like crazy on a budget. I've had this for a little while and it's still going strong. My last liquid illuminator is kind of the liquid illuminator. If you haven't heard of this one, you've either been under a rock or you aren't subscribed to anyone on YouTube at all. It is the Iconic London Liquid Illuminator, and this is in the original shade. When I first purchased this, there was no other shade, so I was like, oh, this looks a little too bronze. How am I gonna make this work? It didn't matter. It is literal liquid metal. Like, it's insane. So this is a little too bronze for me. There's now a lighter color. But now I'm seeing other brands coming out with very similar things. I think I saw Suva Beauty is coming out with their own version of this. I don't actually know if Iconic London is cruelty-free, so if you guys do know, leave it in a comment down below so I know, because I do want to pick up a lighter shade, but if they're not cruelty-free, then I'll just wait till Suva Beauty releases that product. This is a beautiful product. It literally gives you wet skin. It gives you alien perfection, plastic, glowing, out of this world, unearthly glowing skin. I couldn't recommend this more. So now there's a darker shade and a lighter shade. If you're buying from the United States, it costs a pretty penny to get it here, but it is so worth it. It is so beautiful. It is so metal and gorgeous, and I love it. And on to the last category, that is the powders. I'm going to start with my newest powder, and it is the Dose of Colors collaboration with Desi Perkins and Katie of Lusterlux. And this is the highlight in the color Fuego. Let me flip you around. So this is definitely more of a warm yellowy gold, but I found a way to make this work on my extremely fair skin. It's beautiful. Once again, they advertise this as giving you that wet skin, and I couldn't agree more. I've used this. If you want to look back a couple videos, I'll leave it in the cards up here. I did a face of some first impressions, and this was one of them, and you can see as I'm applying it that it doesn't leave my skin with that chunky kind of glittery glow. It gave me that sheen, that like runner sheen, you know, like that I just went for a run and I'm just glossy almost. So I definitely recommend picking this up if you want something that is, you know, high shine and illuminating but still gives you that wet skin. It doesn't look powdery, you know, it doesn't look heavy. It just melds in so beautifully. The next highlight I have actually isn't even technically a highlight, it's an eyeshadow. This is Kat Von D's Thunderstruck eyeshadow. It is a white eyeshadow with like a greeny yellow duochrome almost. You really don't think too deeply about this until you see the swatch, or until you see it on the cheek. Today it is on my cheeks. It was my base highlight today, if you will. So I applied this on top of my cheeks, and then I applied another highlighter, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. This is stunning. It's just perfect. It's perfect. If you have fair skin, buy Thunderstruck. I actually was recommended to buy this by my friend Alyssa months before I started doing makeup professionally, and it leaves you looking so ethereal, so glowy. So the last 3 highlighters are entering what I refer to as the no spin zone. One of them is what's on my cheek now. Now, these are not for the faint of heart. These are the most high shine, high glitter, high luminescence that I have ever seen in my entire life, that I've ever put on my cheeks. They are everything, and they are the Diamond Glow Powders by Artist Couture. Holy God. So this is the first one I ever got. This is Coco Bling. Coco Bling is it's just that perfect white gold. It's got enough silver in it, but it's that perfect white gold. It's not too yellow of a gold, it's not too warm of a gold, it's just that white gold. It makes your cheeks look glossy but sparkly. If I had to only pick one out of these 3, it would be Coco Bling every time. The next color I have is Illuminati, which is more of a warm toned gold. It's still lighter though. It still blends in seamlessly with my skin. I have used this a couple of times now, and it's just like that light champagne. It's beautiful. There's a reason that these colors are always sold out on the website. Macdaddy, who I think his name is Angel Marino, but his Instagram handle is Macdaddy, the creator of Artist Couture. Honestly, like, if you go to his Instagram, his cheeks are always, I need sunglasses when I look at his cheeks, and that's how I knew that this company was going to be like it, that I was going to be buying as many of the highlighters as I could. And then we have the highlight that is mixed with Thunderstruck from Kat Von D today, and this is the color Gold Digger. Like, I'm gonna still swatch it. I'm just moving my face around so you guys understand. So this is definitely a yellow gold, a yellow white gold. It's still light. I mean, it didn't make my cheeks don't look dark. It's definitely a yellow gold. They're just everything to me. I love the Artist Couture Diamond Glow powders. I want the one Mermaid Fantasy, I think. It's just like a greeny blue. I love them all. So that is my highlighter collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel because I love making videos for you guys, and I just want all of y'all here all the time with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to check out my social media links down below as always because I update them daily. And have an amazing day. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.